Welcome once again into my home. I'm Reverend Rick Clay. I want to talk today about the possibility that there's life elsewhere in the universe. I know for many years it was almost deemed heresy to even suggest such a thing. If there is life elsewhere in the universe, what would it look like? How would we even recognize it if we saw it? Genesis 1:26 of the Bible says, "And God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the seas and over the fowl of the air and over the cattle and over the earth and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." So according to Genesis, God made man in his image. If there is life elsewhere in the universe, what would it look like? If we're made in the image of God, are we special in that God favored us enough to make us look like him? If there is life elsewhere in the universe, does it look like us? i.e. look like God? Now, some perspective here is, since the beginning of man, basically, we have thought that we, being the earth, is the center of the universe. Everything revolved around the earth. We now know that's wrong. We thought that the sun and the planets revolved around the earth. We know that's wrong. We now know that the earth revolves around the sun. The sun is part of a bigger galaxy, the Milky Way, and there are billions of galaxies. There are literally more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on every single beach on the planet. The odds of there not being planets that have intelligent life on them is just astronomical. Life happens wherever it has a chance. There are thermal vents on the bottom of the ocean spewing out water thousands of degrees hot, and there's life inside those vents. No oxygen, no sunlight. Life finds a way to happen, to exist. I think that there has to be life elsewhere in the universe. What makes us so arrogant to think that we are the end-all of everything? I think we need to be intellectually honest enough to at least admit that it's possible that there's life elsewhere in the universe. Now, I'm not suggesting that every UFO scene is, visiting aliens, because I don't believe that. I don't know that the Earth has ever been visited by aliens. I can't say it has, I can't say it has not. I know there are theories out there about how life began on the Earth. One of them would be amino acids and proteins coming to the Earth by way of meteors and comets, laying the foundation for life. Some people think aliens have visited the Earth and bred with apes. I think that's a little far-fetched. But there are people that believe that. Just like there are people that believe that man came up out of the dust of the earth and God breathed life into his nostrils and created man in his image. I don't think one theory is any more valid than the other. All I'm suggesting is we need to be open-minded enough to at least recognize the possibility that we are not alone in the universe. My personal opinion is that there are thousands, if not millions, of evolved civilizations elsewhere in the universe, and it is purely because of the vast distances between stars and planets that we haven't yet made contact. What will happen when we do make contact? I don't know. Hopefully, it'll be nice. If you think of Earth's history and man's history, every time civilized man has made contact with a new civilization, it hasn't always been nice. We see this with the conquistadors in Central and South America. They came looking for resources, gold. Hopefully that won't happen to us. I do think it's ignorant and closed-minded to think that we are it. Like, if you just look at the mathematical probabilities, there has to be life else there, somewhere else in the universe. Billions and billions and billions of stars. Not all of them have planets. A lot of them do. I mean, the first extrastellar planetary systems were not even discovered until 10, 20 years ago. Now we're finding planets all the time. There's been over 400 planets found so far on distant stars. So who knows? Just something to think about. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Thank you for joining me. See you soon.